Hey everybody, how you doing today? So in another video, I did a book of backgrounds piece. It didn't turn out, but then I was looking at it and as it was drawing, that I was envisioning some things happening with it. And I thought what I would do is I would do another piece, maybe using a little bit of a different technique for what I had an idea of what I want to have it look like. So this is the piece here, and so I'm thinking that it's half is what I'm going to be using because the other half is being given away to whoever answers the question in that video by commenting. What I was looking for was thinking of one underwater scene with little bubbles. I thought, okay, well, the bubble wrap would have been nice for that. So instead, in this video, I'm going to use the same paints, but I'm going to use paper towel cores and doggy bag cores. So the colors, Decor Media Fluid Acrylic, Phthalo Blue, Quinacridone Magenta, Titanium White, and Metallic Silver. And we're going to prime with Decor Media White Gesso that's been thinned down with distilled water. Now, I have some big bubble wrap here. And so now I'm going to have to play with the colors for this for what I want to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime the paper. This is 140 pound Strathmore Vision watercolor paper. And I'm putting it on not super smooth. I do want some of the brush strokes showing through because depending on the technique that I use, that brush stroke will show through the paint. And I'm only showing this because typically I have a whole bunch already prepared. Do this in batches. Don't waste your time preparing. But in the same respect, you may want to have your background created a certain way. So then you may want to have some that are roughly primed, smoothly primed with a roller, all that other stuff. Okay. So I'm going to paint this light blue, same as what I did before. So on my dirty brush, and I'm going to need more paint than that. So let me get, and I got to stop saying that. I say so a lot. So I'm trying to work through the process. This is going to make one awesome book cover. It's going to be quite interesting what this paper is going to end up looking like. That's still too dark. I want this quite light. There we go. So I'm thinking water with bubbles. So typically it would be smooth. But you know me, I like texture. I'm just going to roughly that, and then I'm just going to go around those corners a bit. And this paint dries really fast, so sometimes when you're doing this type of technique, you need to add a little bit of water. And so you're going round and round and you're kind of working towards the middle. Also having this already, when you're doing your priming, you can even do this wet on wet. So we'll just blend that out. So all I'm looking for is a few brush strokes. Like that. Now just do X strokes in here, just to diffuse that. Now, as I'm doing this, the paint is starting to get a little bit tacky, so I'm going to need to stop. Otherwise, I run the risk of lifting the paint up. Wet on wet is not the same as wet on tacky. And remember, this is just a background. I'm going to be building stuff on it, so I like that. Oh, the unfortunate thing is I have to cut this in half for a contest. Oh, contest. At the end of the video, I'm going to be asking a question, and if you comment below with answers to that question, in a couple of weeks, Joe's picking out a name, and you get half the background to create something on it, and then all I ask in return is just to share a picture of what you created. So I'm going to just come in here, put a little bit more white. I have to think because I'm going to be cutting it in half. So let's do it like that. And a bit more blue. There we go. Just so it'll work as two pieces. There we go. Okay, so when I cut it now, it'll make sense. going to go with something a little bit darker than this. And what you end up getting is just that texture. Try not to put too much paint, like physical paint. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know if it dried too fast. I don't know. Ha! Okay, that's better. Oh, look, they look like little flowers. Look at that. Aw. I like that. Okay, now straighten out. Now we take the cores. Oh, let's do this. Magenta with the silver. Then take the magenta and go into the blue. So you're going to have all these different types of metallics. And I like overlapping, going off the paper on some. Ooh, that's ooky dry. Go to the other one. The smaller pieces. I think I need some darker blue. Hello, blue. Yeah, got all over me. Yeah. Now this is where I'm going to break it up. So this one, this is the doggy bag core. Like those strong, whoops, I pushed it down and then I dragged it over. Wasn't paying attention. I'm trying to get these videos done fast, because right now there seems to be a trend going on that people don't have time to do anything. So doing these fast to show you that when you have a bunch of backgrounds done ahead of time, that it can inspire what you create. That's nice. I want, let's see if I can do, ooh, that's rough. There's not much more life to these. There's not much life left to this. That's cute. So I know it looks really like perfect and symmetrical, keeping in mind that I'm going to be cutting this in half. So think of that. And sometimes when I'm going to do a further challenge, I'll take that, I'll cut that in half again, and then send those two pieces to whoever's going to win, win the piece. So to even further challenge what you can do. I'm liking that, but I want a stronger presence of white. I want a stronger presence of, oh, I just came up with an idea for another one. Yeah. There we go. Circles. There we go. I don't like that big strong one. Let's break that up. There. Done. Done. So yeah, so think of that, half of that. I love circles. I love circles. Just, and let's see. The biggest expense was paint. Don't really even need a brush. You can just use paper towel to put that stuff on and stuff from recycle bin. So really paint and the paper, and even the paper, you can use newspaper. Just cover it with gesso. So really your paint is your expense. So, and how was what, 10 minutes and 23 seconds is where I'm at right now. All right. This is cool. I like this. So the question I'm going to ask for you, if let's say you were given $5. Doesn't matter the currency, just not Canadian because you won't get much. You were given $5 and you had to buy one thing, one art supply with $5. What would it be? Okay, you were given $5. You had to buy one art supply. With that $5, what would it be? Answer in the comments below. In a couple of weeks, Joe's going to be picking a name, and that person that he picks will get half this background, and all I need is for you to share a picture of what you create with it. You don't have to do it right away, just, whenever you do it, but I'd just love to see what you end up creating with it as a challenge. Alrighty, so I gotta clean up. Oh my God, I gotta clean that up off my hands. I already came up with. Did I get paint on my face? I already came up with a. Oh crap! I already came up with a project idea after I get this stuff on my face of another background. Yeah. Yeah, you can use some other food packaging. All right, okay, so my train of thought's gone now. Sorry about that, you guys. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go clean up, and I will see you in that video. Until then, stay inspired. Ah, shoot.